Hi guys, welcome to the Spill and Grill.
I'm Sarah,
And I'm Tashinga.
and this is where you spill the stories.
And we grill them to perfection.
Okay, guys, let's get ready for today's episode. Today's theme is long distance disasters.
I'm a man-hater, but the story has turned me into one.
All right, guys, let's move on to the next story. This is not a story we found online. This is one of mine. It is not my ex-boyfriend. It's not an ex file. But it is an ex. It is about a guy that I dated. This is a guy, I've mentioned it a few times, that I met a guy in the Caribbean.
Ah, yes.
We were together for a few days while we were there. Then, when it was time to go home, our departure date was the same day. When it was time to go home, he lived in a different city than I did. So we spoke about it, like, so where is this going? Like, do you think we can continue? And he said, yes, I think I'd like to try it. I'm like, all right, cool. This is great. Let's try. So I go back home. He goes back home. We talk every day. Very
Wow.
similar.
Very similar.
There was only a 1 hour time difference in this case, so it was a little bit easier. We talk FaceTime every single day, and I said, I'd like to come see you. And I never asked him, he never mentioned it, but we never spoke about who would pay the ticket. And
Okay.
because I said I'd like to come see you, I figured he doesn't have to pay for the ticket. I said I wanted to come
Yeah,
anyway,
that
right?
makes sense.
But a lot of people are like, why didn't he pay for the ticket? Like some of my friends in that city were like, why didn't he pay? And I'm like, well, I
You
said I
wanted
wanted
to
to.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was expensive. It was, I think, $400. This is about maybe 2 or 3 weeks after we've met now. So we've only been away apart from each other about 2 or 3 weeks. We go, so much fun. I spend a few days there. I go back home. As soon as I land, there's a weird shift in energy. Can't explain it, okay? And I spoke to him about it right away, and he's like, no, like I've just been a little bit tired lately, whatever. About a month passes. We're still talking every day. And then he says, I'd like for you to come see me again. So I buy another ticket for 2 weeks later.
Okay, nice.
And then his energy shifts again. And he's being super distant. There's times that at night I can't get a hold of him. Like we used to say goodnight to each other all the time. There were times we would stay on the phone while we slept.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, and then we would wake each other up the next morning.
That's cute.
It was cute in the moment. Whatever. About a week before I left, I said, "Hey, you're acting really weird. I can barely get a hold of you sometimes. You're distant. You don't seem to be interested in what I have to say. Do you still want me to come?" And I was under the impression that either I'll eat the $300-400 that I paid for the ticket, or I'll get myself a hotel, and I will explore the city on my own.
Perfect. Okay. You had a plan B.
Yeah, I had a plan B and a plan C.
Yeah, true.
And I remember his his initial reply, first of all, was silence, and then he went, "Why would you think I wouldn't want you to come?"
Wow, really?
Yeah. And I'm like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Yes." He's like, "I've been working a lot. Like, that's it. Like, I swear." And I'm like, "Okay, then I'll
Okay.
come." He's like, "Yeah, we'll have a good time. I really want you to come." I'm like,
Okay.
"All right, fine."
So you got the green lights.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I get to the airport. He's late to come pick me up. He picks me up, and already I feel the shift change. I feel that he's not as lovey-dovey with me as he was the first time, or when we were in the Caribbean together. Then the next day, we were gonna go to this fair. It was like this big fair that is like very popular in his town. And I'm not big into these type of things because these type of fairs are they're kind of on the lookout with animal welfare groups, right? Because they
Uh,
use animals for entertainment. So I was like, I'm a big animal advocate and I'm not sure I'm comfortable. And he's like, no, you have to go. Like, trust me, it's safe. Like, PETA has approved them and
oh,
whatever. It's not really true. It is, but it's not. Um, like, trust me, the animals are well taken care of. No one gets hurt. He's like, you have to go. It's a big part of the culture here. So I'm like, okay, fine, we'll go. We get to this fair, and then he tells me I'm selling tickets for a separate event. He's like, I do this every year. I make a ton of money off of it. Like within an hour or so, I make several $100 and whatever. So he's
nice.
like, I've got these tickets. So I'm like, oh, you're just gonna start selling tickets now? And he's like, yeah, you can like walk around, and I'll let you know when I'm done. So I said, okay, how long will this take? And he goes, about an hour, hour and a half. I'm like, all right, that's not too bad, right? But I'm still like feeling this weird
Mm,
energy, right?
mm-hmm.
So I kind of tested and I went, okay, sure, let me know when you're done with the tickets. And I turned around to walk away purposely to see if he would say, hey, come back and
And
give
give me
me
a
a kiss
kiss.
goodbye,
Okay, okay.
right?
Makes sense, makes sense.
Nothing.
Yeah.
2 hours go by. I still haven't heard from him. I call him. I'm like, "Hey, are you done?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm almost done." Another 30 to 45 minutes go by until he calls me back and goes, "Okay, I'm done. I've sold all the tickets now." I'm like, "Okay, great." Like I've
Three
been
hours
walking
later, yeah.
around, yeah, like almost 3 hours later, I've been walking around by myself when I'm here to visit you.
Okay.
And then the remainder of the trip was exactly like that. He was super distant. One day he was like, it was raining, and he's like, "I'm gonna go pick up my mom from work so she doesn't have to take the bus in the rain." And it wasn't like a horrible rainstorm. It wasn't like one of those like weather warnings where it's telling you to stay inside. It was just a little bit of rain. And I'm like, you're not going to see your mom. It's bullshit. You just want space away from me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then another time I was like, I need to go into work for a few hours, even though he took the time off of work to spend it with me.
Oh, so
So
many weird
awkward.
excuses.
So many excuses. And then one thing that he did that actually gave me the ick till this day, like I'm actually like super pissed that I witnessed this, is we were walking around downtown and we were walking by this like big field and a rabbit like hopped around like close to us in that field, like in the
Cute.
distance. And I'm like, oh, look, a bunny, because like where I was living, there's no bunnies
Exactly.
downtown,
It's
you know?
just snow.
And he was eating an apple. So he starts biting the apple, taking the piece out of his mouth, and throwing it at the rabbit. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, okay, he wants to feed the rabbit. But the rabbit wasn't interested in the food. And he kept going. He kept throwing the apple. And I kept saying, I don't think he wants to eat your apple. He has zero interest.
Yeah.
So he does it like 4 or 5
Oh,
times.
wow.
And then on the 6th time, the apple lands on the rabbit. And the rabbit gets scared and runs away.
Oh.
Doesn't this motherfucker go, yeah?
Oh.
And I'm like, that was your intention the entire time, just to scare the rabbit? I thought he was trying to feed the fucking rabbit.
That's what I thought you were gonna say. That's so weird.
And I'm like,
That's really weird.
you are such a shitty human.
Oh my God, that's so weird.
Just disrupt nature like that
Yeah, yeah.
for your own stupid entertainment. And that goes back to like him taking me to that fair. I was like, like I'm not comfortable going to this fair because they use animals for entertainment. He's like, no, you've got to go. And now I realize it, like in
What?
hindsight, like this guy has no empathy.
No,
This guy doesn't
exactly.
give a shit.
No, yeah, he knew what he was doing.
So anyway, then the next day I leave. I go back home. And I don't hear from him. Like normally, like, somebody like the flight is an hour and a half. So
Mhm.
you know that in like 2 hours you should get a message. Hey, did you make it? Right? He first of all he didn't say let me know when you land, which is very basic communication, right? You say
Very
that to your
everyone
friends.
says
You
that.
say that to your
Even your
family.
friend's friend or whatever, like a stranger. Yeah.
Exactly. I didn't get that when he dropped me off. And I was really sad because I knew it was done because of the
Mhm.
way he was acting. I'm okay. I'm better now. But thank you for your concern, Simba. um, and yeah, so I get home and then I tried to call him, no answer.
Wow.
The next day, I tried to call him again and I get a message from him saying, hey, I'm really, really tired. I can't talk tonight. This went on for 5 days. I could not get a hold of him for 5 flipping days. And he would do this thing. He did this when we were actually dating too. And I only noticed that this was a little scam he was running afterwards, where he would call you, the phone would ring once, and then he would hang up. And so then he could use that as an excuse, like
I
I
called
called you.
you.
Yeah. He did this several times while I was there visiting him. And I remember I said, no, but my phone only rang once. And he's like, no, I got to your voicemail. And then I hung up.
Oh, such a
Full
lie.
on, like lying to me. And he did that in one of those 5 days that I was trying to get a hold of him.
Oh, wow.
I think on day 5, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Because I remember, like, I was walking in a mall and my phone rang. I'm like, oh, he's finally calling me. I go to pick up the phone and it's dead. And I'm like, he's doing this shit again. So I messaged him and I went, you know what? I'm done. Good luck. I can't do this anymore. Clearly, you don't want to be with me. Whatever.
You said
And
this in a text
yeah,
message? Nice.
well, I
Okay.
can't talk to him, can
No,
I?
no,
So I
no, no,
have to
no.
break
Yeah,
up
I
with
was
him
just
by
making
text.
sure. Yeah, of course.
So yeah, and then he called me and he went, hey, okay, I guess we should talk. Oh, now that I've taken the initiative to break up with your sorry ass.
Wow. So then after the text message, he called you and then that was it. It was like a
Yeah,
breakup.
we broke up over the phone. Yeah,
What,
yeah.
and did he say anything else?
I'm sorry. I do care about you. It's just that I live there and you live here. Oh, actually, no. He gave me the worst excuse in the book. His dad, is originally from Israel, and then when he was a kid, his dad moved back to Israel.
Oh, okay.
So he told me that dropping me off at the airport reminded him of when his dad used to leave when he was a kid. So that it was too much for him to handle. It was too much for his little heart
I don't believe him.
because he felt like he was being reabandoned. And I remember like telling him, I'm like, but I already told you that I was considering moving to your city.
Mm.
It's not like I said I would never
Mm.
move for you. So that's bullshit.
I cannot believe it. Especially the fact that you sent the text like, okay, so we're done here. Okay, I'm calling now.
Now he calls, yeah. And he was supposed to come visit me. There was a time where he was supposed to visit me in between the 2 trips, and he canceled on me. So he never came to visit me. He
Ooh.
never took any initiative as to like doing the work
Mm.
that it takes to have a long distance
Relationship.
relationship. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
100%.
there's things you got to do to make things more interesting,
Of
right? And you
course.
have to talk because that's all you have
Yeah,
with each other is
yeah,
to
it's
talk, right?
communication, yeah.
Yeah. No, he never Like, he decided right off the bat, oh, long distance is too hard.
When you went to visit him the first time and you said you came back and you said there was something that was off and he
As soon
shifted.
as I arrived.
Yeah,
That
but you went back to see him again, right? So you saw him a second.
See, because I spoke to him the first time about it too, and he said, "No, I'm fine. I've just been tired."
And you believed him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Baby Sarah. Fair enough, because it's that part where you felt the disconnect or the energy shift. That's called intuition. That's what you're supposed to run with,
You're
but
supposed
we
to listen.
always ignore it. So that's why I wanted to say, then why did you go back? Oh, yeah, because,
I wanted to believe him.
yeah, of
I
course,
really
we
did.
always do, but we always ignore our intuition.
Yeah.
Always. It's a muscle, so you have to learn to use it.
Yeah, I should have never gone the second time.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You did, and you had that experience, and it's now here on the podcast. But what about us?
Absolute ass. But it's like the exact same guy. These guys must be brothers. Like,
They
maybe not
must be
brothers,
half brothers, cousins in the same
in the same family somehow.
DNA for
Right.
sure.
Like, the girl flat out tells you, like, "Do you still want me to come?" And he said in both these stories, he said, "Yes, of course I want
This
you to come."
blows my mind. I can't. Oh, it makes me so angry. Man up and be like, I have lost interest. I can take that. That's
Yeah.
absolutely fine.
I would have been way more comfortable with that
Exactly.
than going there, spending those hundreds of dollars, and then being ignored the 3 or 4 days that I was there.
Exactly.
And I cannot tell you the angst and the confusion and, like, the heartache that I went through even before we broke up. Like, I would say, like, the last month was hell for me.
Really.
I just didn't understand what the fuck was going on, and he wasn't being honest with me.
Yeah, there was many mixed signals as well.
Yeah, so many mixed signals.
I don't think you're stupid for it though. If he said, yes, come, of course I want you to, I've just been working. But we have to listen to our intuition.
We
This is
should,
the
we
moral of
should.
the story. Like, we always ignore it. I was watching a podcast where it was a very high statistic of it's like red flags. We see the red flags, we know they're bad, and we ignore them. It's the same with intuition.
It's so hard to, like, especially when you already started to like someone, and if you like them, you think that they're a good person, right? That's part of
Yeah.
liking them.
Yeah.
And so when a red flag happens or appears, or an amber flag, let's say, we want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, maybe it's just a misunderstanding, or we just don't want to accept it because we like them and because we've already convinced ourselves that they are good people.
True.
I
But
mean, it's totally stupid. We shouldn't. I mean, any therapist or relationship expert will tell you don't ignore red flags, especially at the beginning, but it's really easy to ignore them in reality.
it is, yeah, it's tough, but I don't know. Like, I just feel like my dignity and myself is so much more important in the situation,
Absolutely,
but
yeah.
it is really hard. The moral of the story is when you feel the shift, you cannot ignore it.
Yeah. These guys should be honest. They were not honest from the beginning.
No, they were not.
I just think that he should have never told me in the Caribbean, yeah, let's give this a try.
Yeah, no, you
Because he
shouldn't
never
have.
wanted to try.
No, it's true. It's very true. I agree with you on this. I agree.
And he semi catfished me. Semi. When I met him, he was full shaven. Okay, so no full. I don't even know if that's a word, but, like, fully shaved.
Okay. No
From waist,
facial
no
hair.
facial hair.
Hmm.
And he didn't have any glasses or anything like that. Okay. Then when I went to go see him, he was not full beard, but, like, full on, like,
Beards. Facial hair.
facial hair and these big thick glasses. It looked like a completely different guy.
Oh, wow.
And while beard and glasses can look great on a man,
Mm.
it didn't look great on him. And
Mm.
it was kind of like I ordered something from Wish and then I got, the knockoff. I'll show you the photo.
Oh my God. You basically got like a Timu or something.
Yes, exactly. It was like the Temu version of him. Like, I remember when he picked me up, I was like, oh, I barely recognize him.
Catfish, honey.
This is him when I met him.
Oh, cute.
He was cute.
Oh, very different. Even the hair,
Yeah.
everything. Catfish.
I felt kind of catfished.
Wow. Okay. No, we ain't dealing with that.
Long distance disasters. And while long distance can work sometimes, I guess in this case, it's just better to.
To leave it
Mm.
at a distance.
Exactly. Take your distance.
Leave it at a distance and listen to your intuition.
Absolutely.
Please, for sure. Well, that's it.
I think that's it.
Guys, if you have any fun, crazy, wild dating stories, we would love to hear from you. We really love hearing from you and we love getting the submissions. So the email will be on the screen now, thespillandgrill@gmail.com. Disclaimer, we are not dating coaches, therapists, psychotherapists.
We're not psychologists. We are not experts in any way. We're not behavioral analysis specialists. We are here to entertain and entertain you only.
You are listening on Spotify. You've just been listening to The Spill and Grill. And if you are watching us on YouTube, you have just been watching The Spill and Grill. I'm Tishinga.
And I'm Sarah.
See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.